Hi, everyone. This is 25 Days of Visibility, and I am walking this journey with you. This is LiveMas with your girl, Rashonda Pratt, communication and visibility strategist speaker, empowering you to be seen, heard, and paid. So glad that you've been rocking with us. We have 1 week down. We did it, Joe. We did it. We have 20 more days to go. We've done 5 days live, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, broadcasting live to YouTube and our LinkedIn community. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you get content every time I go live. And if you are watching right now on LinkedIn, well, come on over to LinkedIn, and so we can make sure that we are staying connected. I'm just double checking to make sure that we are live and everything is a go, and we are. Let's go ahead and get started, because today, day 5, we're talking about going from hidden expert to go-to authority. And I'm so excited about this. Make sure as you're coming in, whether you're watching this live or watching in the replay, let me know where you're tuning in from. And we've been together. If you've been here since day 1 with me up until now, day 5, I want you to let me know what has been your biggest aha, takeaway moment, or even how much you're enjoying this content. So day 1, we named the hidden expert problem, the gap between competence and visibility. Day 2, we dismantled the 3 lies that are keeping you stuck and hidden. Day 3, we learned how to think like a producer. Day 4, which was pre-recorded yesterday because we're having tech issues, praying we don't have that today. That is available in the replay. We audited your visibility and identified your biggest gaps. If you haven't checked out that replay, I really encourage you to do so. And today, we're showing you the transformation arc, okay? The journey from hidden expert to go-to authority. This will be a great time because we're getting ready to get into the content to tag another leader, another founder, another CEO into this conversation. Everything that we've learned, I've learned from my own personal journey of understanding that visibility is power, that you deserve to be seen, heard, and paid. And it's also the work that I've been doing with executives, founders, thought leaders, really for the past decade, right? And the transformation that I have had and the transformation that they've experienced isn't random. It's really a path. And once you see the path, you can walk it intentionally. So today I'm giving you the authority bridge, a 4-stage framework that shows you exactly where you are, where you're going, and what needs to happen at every stage. This really is actually a journey. And let me just go ahead and insert this. Nathalie, good to see you. I want people to understand that, yes, visibility is power. But notice this says from hidden expert to go-to authority. I don't want us to despise our season of being hidden, because while you are being hidden is a gift. I don't want you to stay that way. But we start in that realm of being hidden, and that's when we start to build our confidence, our courage. Being hidden is when we start to really hone in on our gifts and talents and abilities. We really start to build our message, our framework. Being hidden is when you get that time one-on-one with yourself, one-on-one with God, to really start to discover who you are. So visibility really is a journey, folks. It is not something that you just do. It is a path and it's a journey. So let's talk about what transformation actually looks like. So before we dive into the framework, I need to tell you something. The transformation from hidden expert to go-to authority is not like a light switch. It's a bridge. And let me show you exactly what I mean. What people think transformation looks like: Monday, you're visible. Tuesday, you're posting something that goes viral. Wednesday, you're a thought leader. Thursday, you're booked, blessed, and busy on podcast. And Friday, you're a go-to authority. That's not exactly how it goes. There's a process to this. My coach and trainer, my friend Tamara Brown, always talks about trusting the process. And even in my own visibility journey, and even now in my health journey, I'm understanding the gift of trusting the transformation process. And so this is what transformation really looks like. Month one, notice I didn't say day one. Month one, you start to clarify your positioning and start showing up consistently. Month two, a few people start noticing engagement is still low, but you're building habits. You're building your visibility muscle. Month three, you publish something that really resonates with a few people. Someone even shares it. And you get your first unexpected direct message or email. Month 4 to 6, you're invited to speak. Someone calls you, the person who needs to talk about X. Month 7 and 9, opportunities start finding you without you chasing them. And months 10 to 12, you're recognized as a go-to expert, or go-to authority rather, in your space. See the difference? One is a fantasy, the other is a strategic process. This is a process, and you need to trust the process. And here's what I want you to hear. The people you admire who are visible authorities, they've walked this path. If you've been with me any amount of time, you could agree that that's the journey that I have walked. I'm actually walking that journey right now by re-engaging with live video. I haven't done a live video consistently like this in about 2 to 3 years. And it felt uncomfortable, but I remembered, oh, this is the pathway. This is the journey. Oh, it's like riding a bike again. People who are walking this transformational path didn't skip steps, my friend. They didn't wake up famous. They built it stage by stage, decision by decision. And you can too. But first, you need to see the stages. This is what I like to call the authority bridge, because it's literally the bridge from where you are right now to where you want to be. And it's 4 stages. And here's what matters. You can't skip stages. Each stage has a specific work to do. Moving too fast without building the foundation could cause everything to collapse. And most people get stuck between stage 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and walk you through each one of those. And I would love, for those of you who are watching this live or even in the replay, I would love for you to start to self-identify what stage are you on so you can see what's next. So stage 1, hidden expert. Everyone starts here. Everyone has had a genesis, a beginning. This is the who you are at this stage. This is where you are at this stage. You are the expert. You have expertise, you have the results, you have the credentials, but you're invisible. People in your immediate circle know you're good, but outside that circle, you don't exist. What's happening at this hidden expert stage is you're not showing up consistently or at all. Your position is unclear or generic. Can I just say, being generic is over. We can't sound like everyone else. We can't show up like everyone else. At this stage, you're waiting to be ready, and you're afraid of self-promotion. Now, red flags to show that you're stuck here at this hidden expert phase is your last LinkedIn post was about 3 months ago. People ask, what do you do? And you give a different answer every time. You're Googling yourself and nothing shows up. In fact, you probably should Google yourself every quarter if you're not already doing that. Opportunities only come through direct referrals from people who already know you. Now, this is the work at stage 1. You have to get clear on your positioning. Clarity, right? You have to start showing up consistently, even if it's imperfect. 3, you have to overcome the lies, the ones that you're telling yourself, the one that silent voice, the enemy is speaking to yourself, and even some of the lies that the other people around you, some well-meaning, some haters, who are saying. You know, one of those lies that we confronted was, my work speaks for itself. Visibility is self-promotion. Ich, or I have to wait. Listen, you don't have to do that. At this stage of being a hidden figure, success looks like you have a clear answer to what do you do? And you're posting and sharing insights weekly. Now, here's the thing that I need you to understand. One of the things that I tell people all the time, especially when it comes to creating content, even if you are still learning who you are at this phase and you're saying to yourself, like, I have an inkling of who I am, but it's still not clear. The more you create content, the more you start putting your insights out there, you know what happens? You start to get clearer on who you are. This is why I actually have a shirt that says, television news trained me, but live video, it made me. Because the more I started creating content and showing up here on camera, the more I started to uncover my giftings and who I am. Let me talk to the corporate people. For a long time, I so identified with call letters: NBC, CBS, PBS, ABC. I identified with those letters. And what I realized is those letters from those various TV stations didn't make me, I made the letters. And so for so many of you who may be transitioning out of corporate or you're still in corporate, all of those things could get you stuck and feel like this is what defines me, and not understanding, no, it's your personal brand. It's who you are that defines that moment. Stage 2 is the emerging voice. This is who you are in this stage. You're showing up, you're posting, you're visible, but you're still building momentum. Engagement is inconsistent. You feel like you're shouting into the void sometimes. And what's happening is you're creating content, but it's not getting traction yet. A few people are starting to notice you, but not many. You're building the habit of visibility, and you're experimenting to find out what resonates. Now, there are a couple of red flags here. You've been posting for months, but engagement hasn't increased. You're getting likes, but no meaningful conversations. You're creating more content, but not better content. And you're inconsistent, posting for 2 weeks, then disappearing for 3. At this stage, you need to start applying the 5 P's to every piece of strategic content. We talked about that, which is purpose, people, positioning, production, promotion. You need to start learning to build a community. Engage with others, not just broadcast. When it comes to engaging with others, that really looks like responding to their comments or creating a conversation. Find your voice. This was a big one for me. Find your voice. Find what makes you different from everyone else saying the similar things. And finally, stay consistent. This is where most people quit, but you're not a quitter. Success in this stage looks like regular engagement on your post. People start referring to you as the person who talks about this. I will never forget the time where people started calling me the first lady of visibility. That was pretty cool. That was me starting to build a community. You get your first unexpected opportunity, a speaking invite, podcast request, or client inquiry from your content. That feels so great. So this is the hardest stage. This is where most people quit. They've been visible for 90 days and then they're not there. So they stop. But here's the secret. Stage 2 is where you're building the foundation for stage 1. So you can't quit in stage 2. Stage 3 is the recognized authority. At this stage, people know who you are, your content gets engagement, opportunities are finding you. You are no longer chasing visibility. Visibility is starting to compound. What's happening here is you're consistent, you're creating content consistently and it gets engagement. People are tagging you in conversations. You're getting invited to speak. You're on podcasts. You're contributing to articles. Your network is advocating for you in rooms that you're not in yet. So cool. But Here's the red flags that show that you're stuck here. You have visibility, but no conversion. People engage, but they don't hire you. You're recognized in one platform, but invisible everywhere else. This does not mean today that you need to go and be on all these social media platforms. Honestly, pick two. You're getting opportunities, but they're not aligned with where you want to go. You're busy, but not strategic about what you say yes to. This is the place where I always have to remind people that visibility is not about being everywhere. It isn't. It's about being where your people are or where you want to be seen. That's what it's about. It's not about being everywhere. And I think that's important to put out there. At this stage 3, you're refining your position. You're getting even more specific about what you're known for. You convert visibility to opportunities. Be clear about what you offer and how people can work with you. Expand strategically. Choose which platform and opportunities to focus on. And number 4, build systems. Your visibility can't depend on daily hustle. It cannot. So success looks like you're known in your industry, opportunities come inbound, you're selective about what you say yes to, and your visibility is generating business outcomes. Drop a 3 in the comments if you're in stage 3. If you're here, congratulations. You're in the top 10% of leaders in terms of visibility. But you're not done yet. The final stage is the go-to authority stage. At this stage, you're the person people think of when they think of your topic. You don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. Your visibility compounds. Your reputation precedes you. You're invited to high-level opportunities, board position, advisory roles, media features. People tend to introduce you as the expert in X. Your content gets shared by people you've never met. You have leverage. You can be selective, strategic, and focus on impact. Now, here's what it takes to stay here. Continued consistency. You don't disappear once you arrive. Just want that to sit there. You don't disappear once you arrive. Evolution. Your message evolves with your expertise. Stewardship. You use your platform for impact, not just influence. So success here looks like you're the go-to expert. Your calendar reflects your positioning. Your visibility generates compounding opportunities, and you're building a legacy. So drop a 4 in the comments if you're in stage 4. If you're here, you probably aren't even watching this live. You're already doing the work. But if you are, thank you and keep going. So where are you? Look at the stages and identify where you are in your focus for the next 30 days. If you are in stage 1, the hidden expert is to clarify your positioning, commit to showing up weekly, and dismantle the lies you have been believing about your own visibility. Week 2 of LiveMas, 25 days of visibility, which is week 2 is next week. We're going to give you the strategic foundation you need. If you're in stage 2, the emerging voice, your focus for the next 60 days is to apply the 5 Ps to every strategic post. Build community, engage with 5 to 10 people daily, and stay consistent even when it feels like nothing's working. Week 2 and 3 of LiveMas, we're going to give you content and community strategy that you need. If you're in stage 3, recognize authority, your focus for the next 90 days is, guess what? Join the 90-day visibility sprint. I had to put that in there. Refine your positioning, get very specific. Convert visibility to offers. Be clear about how to work with you. And build systems so visibility doesn't depend on hustle. We're not hustling, folks. We are not hustling. And if you're in stage 4, the go-to authority, you already know what to do. Keep going and consider, who can you bring along? Man, I love that part. Who can you bring along and what doors can you open? So the bridge isn't built in a day. And here's what I need you to hear. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Stage 1 isn't failure, it's a starting point. Stage 2 isn't stuck, it's the foundation. Stage 3 isn't the end, it's momentum. And stage 4 isn't arrival, it's stewardship. The authority bridge is your journey, and you're on it. So here's your assignment for those who are here live and watching in replay. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I'd love to hear what was your big takeaway from today's live. In the comments, I want you to write, I'm currently in stage number. My next milestone is specific outcome. The one thing I'm committing to do next week is the action. So for example, I'm in stage 1. My next milestone is to clarify my positioning. The one thing I'm committing to do is rewriting my LinkedIn headline. I'm in stage 2. My next milestone is consistent engagement. The one thing I'm committing to is engaging with 5 posts daily for 7 days. Drop your stage, your milestone, and your action. So key. Remember, action cures all. And what we're basically doing is not just having you comment, but really helping you to write the vision and make it plain. So again, we finished 1 week of LiveMas, 25 days of visibility. Day 1, why your expertise isn't enough. Day 2, the 3 lies that keep you hidden. Day 4, think like a producer. Day 5, the visibility audit. Day 4, the visibility audit, and day 5, the authority bridge. That's honestly a complete visibility foundation in 5 days. So this weekend, we're going to have some pre-recorded content. I'm going to be sharing my visibility journey, right? More personal and behind the scenes, and then also preparing for visible leadership, a weekly reset. So I would love for you to be a part of it. We're going into week 2, and we're diving into strategic content and communication. This is where we get tactical on how to build the bridge. So again, quick recap. Identify your stage in the authority bridge, commit to your next milestone, show up ready for week 2. You're not hidden, you're just building the bridge. And we'll see you Monday in order to build it. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of the content here. Listen, it will be up for you to continue to check out. And again, make sure to do the homework assignment so that way you can continue to grow during this process. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We have 20 more days to go, and I'm so glad that you all are locked in with me in doing this together. Have an amazing day. I'm rooting for you.